Hey friends, it's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my Facebook, YouTube. No, I was live yesterday on YouTube. I am live on my Facebook business page. It is Monday, and that means it is time for the 3-card weekly reading. We'll get to that in just a moment. I did want to say thank you to everyone who came to our tarot meetup on YouTube yesterday. And I want to remind you, we have a really fun class coming up, a free class on YouTube coming up this Saturday, 10:30. It's an hour and a half. We're going to work on some ways of doing a grand tableau reading with the major arcana of tarot. And it will be fun and it will be free. So I hope you will be there. I also want to remind you that we have a Zoom class coming up. That will be on the 27th of this month, 7 p.m. It's a 2-hour class, Tarot Beyond the Veil. We are going to be working with spirit, how we use the cards in mediumship in connecting with spirit. So I hope to see you at both of those things. And at the end of the month, I am doing a Zoom presentation on tarot art and history for a library, for the Land O'Lakes Library in Pasco County, Florida, but anyone can come. So check that out as well. Would love to see you. So thanks everyone for being here. Let me say hi to everyone real quick. Fatima, nice to see you. Joe, Virginia, Alicia, Robin, Lauren, Pamela, Samantha, Shelley, Elizabeth, Lavana, Donna, T, nice to see you. Cassia, nice to see you. Karen, Lori, so good to see you all. And Shelley, nice to see you. And Puck, glad you're here. Shauna, glad you're here. So I got you folks well trained, don't I? You know that on Monday, the thing to do is to ask for a card for the week, and you're doing it. If you have not done so, please do. I should be able to get to everyone. But first, we do the 3 cards for the collective. Now, if you happen to be watching an archive on YouTube, on Facebook, or on my website, tarotbychristiana.com, if you hear something that resonates for you, please take that as a reading for you. And likewise, those of you who are here as you're listening to other people's readings, if you happen to hear something that sounds like a message for you as well, you know, that's why we love doing group tarot. That's why we love doing this process. Because yes, you may also get a card that is directly pulled for you. But in hearing the 3 cards for the week and in hearing other people's cards, you may hear a message that is helpful to you. So be open to that. And today, you know that on Mondays, I like to switch it up a little bit and use some different decks. This is today. And I'm not even quite sure the right way to pronounce this. Hey, Steffi, nice to see you. Glad you're here. Japaridze Tarot. If anyone could correct me on that, I'd love the correction. It's a fun deck. I actually brought it out for my Wednesday Wonders on the StarCon page because it's a deck I like never, ever, ever use. But I loved it so much, I sort of kept it to the side, like, you know what, you better bring this into some practical usage. And so I am. Here it is. And let's get it shuffled. Let us start with our 3-card weekly reading. This is not a deck I use professionally because you folks know I'm very weight-based. I really am. I understand Crowley. I sort of understand Marseille. But I really like the weight images, and that's what I tend to use. And this deck really is a stretch away from that. But let's have some fun with it today. Hey, Tammy, nice to see you. Amy, so glad you're here with me today. Okay, wait a minute. Japaridze. Did I get that right, Puck? Thank you, by the way. I knew I needed help with that. All right. Pronunciation is such a thing, right? And if you have a difficult name, like the number of people who call me Christina Gaudet, it's not my name. I'm Christiana Gaudet, right? So I know pronunciation is an issue, and I really try to get people's pronunciation correct. All right. Here we are. 3 cards for the week. Let's see what we see. And our first card, oh, great. We start with the devil. So, and here I am in the US. I know not all of you are, but those of you in the US know we are coming in for our election, a very contentious election. And it's interesting that the devil shows up here. I would really, this week and going forward, I would really encourage everyone to heed the message of this card, which is not to get caught up in obsessive thinking. Either obsessive thinking about what could go wrong, or obsessive thinking about how wrong other people are from your perspective. That's a lot of what's been going on recently is people get very obsessed with a particular idea. And maybe let's not do that because it's never healthy, right? So this card reminds us to stay healthy in our thinking, to be open-minded, to be kind in our thinking. When we confront someone who is different than we are in their thinking, maybe to not right away call them names or think that they're an idiot. Maybe that would be a way to start. Maybe recognize that everyone has their own experience from which they are coming. So there we go. The devil. That's card 1. Card 2. The Jester of Fire, which I believe would be like the Page of Wands. This reminds us to communicate. It reminds us to have fun. It reminds us that we are always learning. And that goes along with this card. We all have something to learn. We all have a new or better way that we could communicate. Never in any aspect of life will we know everything that we would want to know or that we could know. So to recognize that we are all youthful, we are all students, we are all just making our way through life the best way that we can. And the best way to do that is to communicate, to be open-minded, and to learn. And it's interesting because with fire here, there is this sense of following your passions, and that's important. So here we could look at this as like, follow what you're passionate about, but do not become unhealthily obsessed, right? There's a balance there. Okay. And now, and this is one of the reasons that I haven't loved this deck, but it is an interesting thing. Card 4 in the Major Arcana typically would be the Emperor. And in this deck, it's war, which is one of the meanings of the Emperor, but in my mind, not all of them. But isn't it interesting what we have going on here? And so to recognize the potential for war within ourselves, within our communities, within our relationships, and to try to decide, like, what hill are you willing to die on? What do we need to do? If you're gonna fight, how do you fight fair and how do you fight to win? And what is a battle worth fighting? Because remember that when we think about the Emperor is also about community. And, I think about all the different communities of which I am a part and the different battles we fight within those communities. And there's a lot of big issues that we are talking about that we're trying to grapple with as a society. We are certainly trying to learn and grow as a society, and we don't all agree on what that should look like. And that's hard. And that is showing up all over the globe. That's not just what we face in the United States. It's what we face everywhere. Good question. How is the emperor a community? Well, the emperor is the leader of the community. And if you can't be a leader if you don't have a community to lead, right? What are you going to be the emperor of if there's not a community? So there's that. There's that, right? So that's how emperor is about community. And all communities have leaders, whether elected or whether, like if we think about leaders in the community of online communities, how does that happen? That happens because people become influencers. They have voices that people want to hear, rightly or wrongly, or they're really good at marketing or whatever, How did your leaders, how do the people that you look up to become leaders? And so this is a card that can call you to leadership as well. And, there are certainly battles worth fighting, and there are certainly battles that we need to fight. Linda Guerreri, nice to see you here with a good comment. Mercury is in retrograde, doesn't help with communications. So freaking true. And so it's interesting that we have this jester, which is a page, here, sort of in the middle of everything. We've got these two major arcana cards that flank the jester. And so there is this real sense of paying attention to communication and recognizing that with these two major arcana cards, especially the way they're depicted here, especially the emperor being war, there really is this question. There are times, and I think right now, there are a lot of people who feel called to stand for what they believe in. And that's a good thing. However, how do you, what was it? Both Martin Luther King and Ruth Bader Ginsburg had a similar take on this, that you want to fight for your cause, but you want to do it in a way that makes other people want to fight with you. And so how do we do that? How do we bridge a gap? Because no matter what happens going forward, we are so polarized in so many ways. How are we going to come together as a nation, as a planet? And, honestly, this pandemic is really teaching us that we kind of have to come together as a planet in certain ways. We really do. And there's other questions, clearly, when we see fires burning all over the planet. This year, we've seen fires in the Amazon, in Australia, in the US. All of that is present. We have to think in a global way, whether we want to or not. And so when we look at all of this together, what we all have to do as individuals is learn that skill of how we communicate, how we open our minds, how we stand for what we passionately believe in, but find a way to connect with people that think differently than we do. That is what we must do as individuals, and apparently that's what we have to do this week. So good luck with that. Okay, and Stephanie has mentioned another place where there is fire. So, the whole world is literally and figuratively on fire. What are we going to do about it, right? And we have to recognize that spiritually, magically, and within our communities, we do have some power here. Doesn't feel like it always, but we do. Okay, so that is our reading for the week, and a powerful one it is. Thank you, Fatima, thank you. I don't know where that is either, so I would love to know. I didn't even know how to say it. So would love to know. Okay. Let me go. So now we do individual cards for the week. I am going to get to your requests in order that I see them in. I'll try to get to everyone. Happy to see all of you. And the first request that I see here is from Pamela. Here's your card for the week, Pamela. The Four of Wands, which is like the Four of Swords. So here, Tanzania, Africa, thank you. Thank you. So here for you, Pamela, we see the need for rest and retreat. We see the need to meditate, to look within, to find your answers and find your healing. That could be a focus for you this week. Okay, Jeanette, on Mondays, we do a card for the week forward. If you want to ask a specific question, you've got 2 opportunities to do that. Wednesdays on the StarCon page and Saturdays right here on my business page. Okay, T. McConnell, my good friend, nice to see you here. What do we see here? The Three of Gardens, which is like Pentacles, and it's reversed. So this is funny because I think of you as having 3 jobs, right? There's your job for the club, there's your actual job, and then there is your job as a reader. And with the Three of Gardens reversed, it may be that one of those is being difficult for you. It may be they're all being difficult for you. But this week, you got to try to figure out where you need to put your energy. And you need to work to get noticed. In one or all 3 of those, you have to work to get noticed. You have to work to get your ideas heard. And there may be ways people are not hearing your ideas, that people are marginalizing your ideas. We can't have that. Okay. Oh, it was Kilimanjaro. See, that's what I thought, but then I saw the German spelling and I didn't want to guess it. Okay, fair. So burning on Kilimanjaro, that's a thing. That's unfortunate. Okay. Elizabeth, okay, so we've got for Rich's work week, and interesting things seem to be happening for Rich at work over the past few weeks. Those of you who manage to be here every week sort of follow the saga here. So let's see what we've got for this week. The King of Fire, so like the King of Wands reversed. There are definitely people who try to disempower him, and he needs to be really careful about that. He needs to be really careful about not letting people steal his power. You tell him I said so. Okay, Neil Quatrano, what do we see about your week? The Three of Tides. This is like the Three of Cups reversed. And this suggests that this week you have a lot to deal with. It's not going to be a lot of fun. And you really just kind of got to nose to the grindstone and do what you got to do. But try to find ways to connect with people you love and try to find ways to have fun anyway. I feel like you need to have fun, but there's not going to be a huge opportunity for that this week. And I'm so sorry for that. Okay, Cassia, nice to see you. So sad today. I'm so sorry. Let's see what we've got going on for you this week. The Nine of Fire, which is like the Nine of Wands. And this suggests that you have been in this battle for a long time. And I know you've been in more than one battle for a while. Neil says, boo, I don't like that card. I know, I'm sorry. It is what it is, man. It's okay. You can deal with it. And Cassia, I think this rightly talks about the different battles that you are fighting. And this week, you have to figure out what battles you can fight right here, right now, and fight them. Don't go running looking for a battle. Don't fight next week's battle this week. Figure out what the battles are for this week and fight them here this week. Wisely, strongly. That's what you got to do. And Neil, you know what? It wasn't a fun card, but it's also not like a bad prediction. You know, it's just like what you got to do. You knew that. I didn't tell you anything you didn't already know. Same with you, Cassia. I feel like you know you've got some battles to fight, right? Okay. Lori Hahn. Oh, look at you. I like this card in this deck. This is card 6. Normally the Lovers, here it's just called Love. So that's a nice thing. For you, Lori, to really figure out how you can be loving towards yourself and others. And just try to be in that place this week, recognizing that sometimes love is about having good boundaries. Sometimes love is about making the right decisions for yourself. Karen Winkle, my good friend, nice to see you. What do we got for you? The Nine of Gardens. This is such a pretty card. It came up reversed, though. I'm just showing it to you upright before I turn it around the way it came up. So this is like the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So, Karen, this week you must continue to address the ways in which you feel insecure. Financially, emotionally, whatever it is, address those things head on. You are making headway. And this is for everyone. I want everyone to listen up to this. Whenever we are healing, we set a goal, we work on it, we move forward. There is a part of us, within us, sort of automatically that doesn't want us to heal and pushes back, makes it harder. So whenever we try to heal, there's this other part of us that does not want to heal that pushes back. That's what you've got going on right now. So as we move forward, there's something within us that tries to push us back. And we have to keep pushing forward. We become at odds with ourselves for our own healing. That's where you are, Karen, and that's where a lot of us end up. And what you do with that, whether you let that negative part of yourself push you back or whether you push forward, that's up to you. Okay. Virginia, so great to see you here. A card for you, of course. Okay, the King of Winds, this is like the King of Swords. This week, Virginia, think about what it is to do the right thing. Be an exemplar. Be a leader in doing the right thing. Communicate well, speak well, write well. You have a real opportunity to be a leader of the truth. Jeanette, I haven't gotten to you yet. No, you're in line. Okay, Joe, last week you said my week wouldn't go well. Man, were you right? I am so sorry to hear that. Oh my goodness. Okay, Shelley, may I have a card, please? I hope my week isn't going to be like my morning was. So sorry. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, Shelley. The Two of Wands, this is like the Two of Swords. This is a really good card, actually. It speaks of being at peace with what is, with finding your peace. It suggests you may have some decisions to make going forward, and you have the power to make those decisions. It encourages you to think with your head, not with your heart, and to not let other people influence you in the decisions that you make. Make decisions that make sense to you. Trust your own brain this week. Alicia Cassie, my friend, nice to see you. Let's see what we got going on for you. The Seven of Fire. This is like the Seven of Wands. This week, you are going to be on fire. You're going to be busy. So much coming at you, so much multitasking, so much you have to do. It's going to feel crazy, but the rewards could be really good, and you are a giant. You are ready to do it. Do not doubt. This week, there are going to be some moments where you may doubt whether you are equal to your task. I promise you, you are. Hey, Puck, good to see you. The Six of Tides, and it's reversed, the Six of Cups. So this week, you may spend some time somehow dealing with your past. It may be about healing from something from the past. It may be about fond memories. It may be going through old stuff. It may be a reunion with someone, a conversation with someone, that you have not seen for a while. So this week, there is something in you looking to the past. Take that and use that as a way to move yourself forward. Hey, Shauna Steck, so nice to see you here. What do we see for your week? The 10 of fire, that's like the 10 of wands and it comes up reversed. You're dealing with a lot right now. Do not be afraid this week to reach out to some friends for help. Whether you need someone to help you do something or you need to talk to someone, do not be an island. I know you're strong, you're capable, you can handle everything you need to handle, but this week let your friends help you. Seriously. Okay. Joe Jackson. You did want a card, and a card you shall have. Bound to be a better week. Let's hope. Let's see what we see. See what we got for you. Yeah, bound to be a better week, huh? So, this week you got the Tower. So, there's an up and a down on this, Joe. Seriously. Uh-oh, I know. But you know what? The Tower is really the beginning of your journey toward spiritual enlightenment. Whatever is going on for you right now that is difficult is going on for your benefit and for your healing. The universe is, in fact, conspiring in your behalf, but you have to really look long and hard at what is true in your life, at what is serving you and what is not serving you, and recognize that a lot of what is not serving you is going to go away. And it may happen in ways that are difficult or sudden or painful. So when we say bound to get better, I want to say fasten your seatbelt this week too. It's going to take a minute, but you are strong, you are capable, and once you get to the other side of this, good things will happen. So keep me posted on this. I don't anticipate it's going to be an easy week for you. I don't. And I know last week was not easy. But I know you'll get through it, and I know all of this is going to lead you somewhere good. And when I see this, I think about an expression my Puerto Rican friends have, and they say it in Spanish, which I cannot do, and it doesn't sound half as good in English, but I'm going to give it to you in English because that's what I speak. The translation is, nothing bad happens that something good doesn't happen after. And I really feel that here. Whatever is going on here, the resolution will be extremely positive. Okay, Laura, good to see you. Laura, you get the 7 of Gardens, which is the 7 of Pentacles, but it came up reversed. And so there may be some questions about your tasks this week. What's on your agenda? What are the tasks you have to do this week? Diana, I haven't gotten to you yet, not to worry. Laura, what are the tasks? If you can take some time off this week, please do. If you can take some time for yourself, please do. But keep your eye on your long-term goals and be careful about what tasks you take on this week. Don't do what you don't have to do. Hey, Martha, nice to see you. Martha Vink, a card for you. You get the Jester of Tides, which is the Page of Cups. And you may really be in your emotions right now. You may be feeling it. You may be feeling it big time. Be careful about how you express it. You do want to share your heart with others, but do it in a way that is productive and healing, not in a way that is going to come off as immature or destructive. So be careful about your communication and recognize that your ancestors, your loved ones in spirit, you and I share a particular loved one in spirit, and I feel her around you today as well. Recognize they are there. They are holding you in love and grace. Allow that to happen. Leisha Smile, nice to see you. You get Justice. And I feel like in the past few weeks, there have been some things going on for you at work that were not fair. And this suggests that some fairness, some wrongs will be righted for you this week. Some things will come out in your behalf, and that will turn out very well. So I'm excited about that for you. Lavana, so nice to see you. Lavana, the Ace of Gardens, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So either new deal, new money, new job, exactly what you needed right now. Whether that's about making money in your current job, a new opportunity, something of that nature, it's all good. Money is on its way. Don't spend it till you have it, but it's coming. Well done. Okay, Fatima, so nice to see you here. You get the Queen of Wands, which is the Queen of Swords. And so this is all about nurturing your truth and nurturing your communication. If you wanted to be a writer, now would be a good time to start playing with that. You have some really good ideas. You have some really good knowledge. There's a lot there that you can use to nurture truth and to nurture others with the truth. So consider that. Just write a book this week. That's all you have to do. Okay, Misty, nice to see you. Misty, you get the Empress. So if you have kids, this is really about sort of nurturing your family. If you don't have kids but want them, this is a good sign for that in the long term. For the week, though, I think it really would have to do with nurturing others, nurturing your creativity, nurturing your home, nurturing yourself, basically giving yourself a little mothering, if you will. But this is a very good card that predicts a certain amount of success, that where you put your energy, something good will be born. Let's put it that way. Melissa Burkhammer, nice to see you. I'm glad you're getting some healing. Let's see what we see for the week. The King of Pentacles reversed. You are still working on sort of finding your stability, and you'll be doing that this week and working on that this week in a way that I think will serve you very well. Very good. Hey, Lauren Quatrano, how will your week be? That's the question. It's only Monday. How will the week be for you? Oh, interesting. You get exactly the same card your father did. I am not kidding you. 3 of Tides, which would be the 3 of Cups reversed. So you and your dad may want to stick pretty close in communication with each other, helping each other get through the week and do what you need to do. This is really about do what you have to do, don't do what you want to do. Hey, Julie Barrett. So nice to see you. So this is such an interesting illustration. It's the Hanged Man. It's a great picture. It's called The Drowned, which is kind of interesting. But if we think about it from a classic Hanged Man perspective this week you want to be careful about your perspective. Look at things from different angles. Look at things differently than you normally do. Be patient. Recognize there are some things you control and some things you don't control, but recognize too, you are very much on the journey toward enlightenment. Okay, Jeanette West, a card for your week. How will your week be? You get the Fool. So a lot of new opportunities this week. You get to have fun. I think the Quatrano family should hang out with you this week. Seriously, this week you could have some fun. You could learn some new things. You could discover some new things. Be willing to have fun. Be willing to look at things through the eye of a child. Remember that you are the star of your own story. And you want to really just be part of that experience. Really be present and be mindful in your experience of life this week. Okay, Steffi, so nice to see you. Oh, look at you. What a great, I love this. We've got naked people doing the maypole. That is exactly the way I like to do the maypole. I'm not kidding you either. And some of you here maybe know that. Okay, the Four of Wands. Steffi, I think this is going to be a great week for you. You may enjoy some people around you. You may feel inspired. You may be preparing for the seasonal change. I really think we see a lot of creativity, a lot of stability, a lot of community, a nice sense of safety and comfort for you this week. That is a wonderful thing. Okay, Tammy Manente, nice to see you. Here's a card for you. You're the second one to get this, the Seven of Fire. That's like the Seven of Wands. This week, you're going to have to multitask. You may feel like you have a lot going on. You may feel like you're very, very busy and you have everything coming at you from all directions. You got this. Just remember, you got this. You can handle everything you have to handle. You will be on top of it and you will be fine, I promise. Okay, Donna DeStefano, nice to see you here. Hope you're doing well. How will your week be? You get the Stranger of Tides, which is like the Knight of Cups. And this is really asking you to allow other people to love you and to bring love to others. To recognize that you may be feeling a little distant from people, a little distant from the people that you care about. Find a way to make that connection, even across the miles, with the people that you care about, to feel that connection. That's what you must do this week. Sayani, a card for the week. Okay. So Sayani, you're not the first person to get this here today. The Three of Gardens reversed. This may be a tough week in terms of work or in terms of the tasks that you have to do this week. Be careful to sort of focus on what needs to be done. And if there are people around you who are not giving you what you need in order to do what you need to do, you're going to really have to get in their face. Seriously. Do it nicely, but do it. Okay. Marcy Lakin, how will your week be? You get the Two of Gardens, which is like the Two of Pentacles reversed. So maybe a little overwhelming. You may feel like there's a lot you have to do. You may feel like you have too much time, not enough money, or too much to do, not enough time. But whatever it is, you may feel a little short of resources. That's okay. Just keep going. You will be fine. You will be fine. Missy, I have not gotten to you yet. Okay. Very good, Amy. And I know you and I have a meeting later today. I will look forward to having a conversation with you later. Okay. And those of you may know Amy from her Sunday meditation, the Stargazer Sunday meditation on the StarCon page, which she does every week. Okay. Amy, you're the second one to get this. Justice. This is the week, man. You're going to start to find balance internally and externally. Some things you've been waiting to happen will happen. Things are coming into balance. Things are coming into focus. Things will get better this week, I promise you. And I know you've been through a lot, but we're going to be fine. Okay, Lydia, nice to see you. Lydia, the Hierophant reversed. So this week, listen to your own wisdom more than you listen to other people's wisdoms. Recognize that there may be the normal way to do things and then the way you want to do things. If you want to think outside the box this week, it's a good week for it. Jeannie Layton. It's been a rough weekend with hubby's health. He fell twice and I had to call 911. I'm so sorry. Okay, so when we look at how the week will be in light of all of that, the Queen of Wands, you're on top of it. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You know what to do. You know how to do it. You've got a handle on it. It'll be okay. And you may even have some time to move your own agenda forward, which would be good. Okay, Natalia. Yeah, I will. That is a real possibility for us. Why don't you PM me or I'll PM you and we'll see what we can do. Okay, very good. Okay, Diana, we're doing cards of the week. So here's a card for you. Ace of Gardens. You're the second one to get this. It's like the Ace of Pentacles. New money, new health, new healing, new well-being, new resources. I think some good things are going to happen for you this week, and you need it. It's time. So that's wonderful. Ashriel Knight, so nice to see you. What do we see for you this week? The Ace of Tides, which is like the Ace of Cups reversed. And so I'm afraid there's going to be ways you're not going to be feeling the love. Don't take it personally. Just do what you need to do. Do not react emotionally. Whatever's going on there may be other people being weirdly emotional. You just stay with the facts and stay grounded and all will be well. Okay. Let's see. Here we go, Missy. I'm with you now. Okay. Missy, the Wheel of Fortune. So, this is typically a card of good fortune. I think you'll have a good week. But remember, it's also the cards of ups and downs. So, focus on the ups more than the downs. That's a good one. But overall, I think there are some positive things here for you. Okay, Sugar Rivera, nice to see you. You get the Stranger of Fire, which is like the Knight of Fire. And this is really about moving toward the things that you care about. What are you passionate about? What are you on fire for? How do you move toward that? That's the question you need to ask yourself this week. Okay. Hey, Roberta Rose, nice to see you here. Yes, here's a card for you. The 10 of Wands. This is like the 10 of Swords, which is not the easiest card. There may be some difficulties here this week. It could be having to do with your own thinking. It could have to do with pain, physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual. Whatever it is, confront it, work through it, make peace with it, and turn it into your art, because that's what you always do. And recognize that past a certain point, it is only going to get better, really. Okay. Linda Guerreri, so nice to see you. Glad that you're here. Okay, let's see what we have for you. The King of Wands. Linda, this week you really need to be the leader, whether that's the leader of yourself, whether that's the leader of others, and you have to lead with truth, with knowledge, with clarity, and with integrity. And know your own truth. Lead yourself with your own truth, right? Okay. Susie Joyce, so nice to see you. See what we see for you. You get the world. Isn't that a great illustration? So, Susie, this week you may be finishing some projects or coming to a new understanding of some things. You may be looking at how you can expand your influence, how you can move yourself forward. So there may be completing some tasks and beginning some new ones. One way or the other, this is a very auspicious and powerful card for you. So the wind is at your back. You have some real energy to move forward. So use it. Okay. Very good. Hey, Renee Loki, Renee Loke, MQ. Glad you're here. Okay, let's see what we got for you. The Six of Gardens reversed. So this is like the Six of Pentacles. And so this week, if you need help, you're going to have to ask for it. But also this week, do not give away in terms of time, money, or energy. Do not give away what you do not have to give away. Be very careful about your boundaries this week. Okay. Very good. And thank you so much for the feedback. I do read your feedback. I don't always read it aloud in the interest of time. Claire Carter, so nice to see you. Glad you're here. 3 of fire. Look at you. And I love this because it's an air balloon and you have your own sort of figurative air balloon. You know, you just got a new travel trailer, which is a wonderful thing. And so I just, I think you're going to have a great week. This is a card of success. It's a card of forward motion. And I just feel great about it for you. So I feel good about your week. Be creative, be positive, and recognize you're in charge here. Okay. Hey, Bigot Windmill, so nice to see you here. Glad you're here. A card for you today, the Queen of Tides. That is like the Queen of Cups. Recognize that you have the intuitive power, you have the healing power. You are the queen of your domain. And you have every skill and every ability that you need to move forward this week. You may really be in your emotions and feeling your emotions, but don't let that get to you. Just go with it and do what you need to do to help yourself and help others. Okay. Christina Reed, so nice to see you. Okay, you got War, which is normally the Emperor. And this was one of our 3 cards for the group. And so this week may be a little bit of a tough week, but recognize that you're the general of this war, right? You're the emperor. You have the ability to figure out what your objectives are and go take them. So do that. Okay, very good. Cheryl Jefferson, so nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. The Ace of Gardens, that's the Ace of Pentacles. Looks like a new job for you, my friend. New job, new health, new well-being, new money. That's what it looks like. Have a good week. Okay, Ermit, nice to see you. You're the second one to get this, the Wheel of Fortune. That's a good card for the week. There will be some ups and downs, but more ups than downs, and that's always a good thing. Okay, Laurel DePaulis, nice to see you. A lot of people have gotten this card this week, 7 of Fire. So there's a lot going on here, and you may be very, very busy, but you're on top of it. You will be able to get it all done. It will be fine. Don't worry. Lauren was also looking for a card for her sister, Julia. The 9 of Tides. This is like the 9 of Cups reversed. Julia needs to figure out what she wants and go for it. That's the key. What does she want? What do you want? Go for it. Okay, Lisa McCord, so nice to see you. Glad that you're here. Lisa, the King of Fire, that's like the King of Wands reversed. So it'll be a fine week. It will. But I also feel like there will be some things about this week that aren't as easy or as fun as you would like them to be. And so just go with it. It's more good than bad. Just try to nurture yourself. Okay, Cheryl Watson, nice to see you. The Hierophant Reverse, you're the second one to get this. This week, think outside the box. Be a leader, but be a leader in the way you want to be a leader, not the way other people want you to. Okay, Maria Louisa Salazar, so nice to see you here. Glad you're here. Hang on, we got a jumper. Hierophant right side up. Remember that you are a community leader. Be that leader this week. And Maria Louisa she's got a YouTube channel. She does a lot. She is a very well-known tarot reader in both English and Spanish in Peru. So Maria, you just get out there and do your thing. Okay, very good. Kim Gwen, nice to see you here today. Here is a card for you. The Four of Gardens reverse. It's like the Four of Pentacles. Be careful about boundaries this week. Boundaries with yourself, boundaries with others, boundaries with money. Decide what your boundaries are and don't let people push them, right? Stand up for yourself this week. Okay, and Lisa says, well, Mercury is in retrograde, so that can make things challenging. That is very true. Okay, thank you all so very much. From my perspective, I have gotten through it. I've gotten through all the requests. If I missed your request or if you didn't make a request but wanted to, speak now. Now's the time. Tomorrow you will find me on the StarCon page with your Tuesday tip. Wednesday you'll find me there with Wednesday Wonders. And we're primarily doing mediumship throughout the month of October on Wednesdays on the StarCon page. That's StarCon, STAARCON. So make sure you join me there. Now, what else? I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, you name it, we'll make it happen. Just reach out to me. You can private message me. I will look forward to seeing you. I'll be back here on Thursday for your Tarot Topics newsletter recap. And again, remember to join me Saturday morning on my YouTube channel, Christiana Gaudet, 10:30 a.m. for a special 90-minute free class where we explore what we can do with the major arcana of tarot when we read it as a grand tableau. I want to thank you all so very much. I will look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.